My name's Daniel Watson and I studied at Deakin University. I studied a Bachelor of Education degree and I'm currently Principal at Woodford Primary School. My first graduate position was at Portland North Primary School, teaching physical education and sport to the school, and I was there for 12 months straight after completing my Bachelor degree. Currently I'm Principal at Woodford Primary School. I've been Principal here for going on 3 years now. In my current role we work with all schools in the local area, so we have 19 government schools that we work with very closely and make sure that government education is a priority for the area. We always make sure that all schools are working towards the same sort of plans and that student outcomes are number one. As an educational leader, we have to make sure that the principals are in the classrooms observing what's going on and working closely with teachers to ensure that any future goals are clear and that the whole school sticks together. After my first year in Portland working as a PE teacher, I came back to Woodford and was lucky enough to pick up a classroom role at Woodford Primary School. I taught at Woodford Primary School for 9 years, organising not only the classroom duties for the grade 3-4 classes but also the physical education and the sport role for the whole school. I was lucky enough to be accepted into the Melbourne University Masters of School Leadership course, which certainly started my thought processes around being a school leader in some way, shape or form. Once I went down the leadership course or leadership track in schools, I picked up a couple of leadership opportunities. So I did a leading teacher development course, which was lucky enough to be run through the education department, and that certainly taught me a lot of skills about being a school leader, not the principal but just a school leader, and that was a fantastic opportunity to work with local like-minded teachers. I was lucky enough to be seconded to regional office and work on a major project for the education department, working with all the schools in the Barwon Southwest region. After my role working with the region on a project, I was fortunate enough to pick up an acting principal role at a small country primary school of about 50 kids. That was a great learning experience because in a small country school you actually learn everything there is to know about principalship. After 3 years at the small country school, I was accepted as the principal at Woodford Primary School. The recruitment of principals is a fairly onerous task, and then there's quite a detailed application that you have to submit around a model of principalship that the department has. After the applications are in, the selection panel meet, so there's approximately 5 or 6 people on that panel made up of different community members, school council members, regional representatives and local principals. They meet, they review all the applications and then they shortlist. After the panel have shortlisted, they'll conduct their interviews and they'll ask a series of questions to the 5 or 6 successful applicants that they want to interview. The process probably takes maybe an hour. What I enjoy the most being principal is the fact that every day is totally different. You can have all sorts of problems arise, from blocked toilets to broken arms to major emergencies on the football field, through to just being able to walk into the classrooms and have fun with the kids. So whenever the administrative work's getting too much, I'll get up out of my chair and just go and roam around the school and annoy the teachers or annoy the students. And the best thing is just to be able to walk into the prep classroom and have a great time with those kids. The skills that have been most useful for me as principal have probably been organisation and flexibility. Being organised as the school leader, you need to make sure that the timetables and everything's flowing and running appropriately. Also, being flexible is very important because in a school there is no such thing as a normal week and things change all the time. You've got students going off on excursions, you've got swimming programs, you've got camps, you've got teachers who come down sick at the last minute. So there's lots of things that need to be changed and adapted. So being very flexible to manage that in a school and work out strategies to still get to the end result is important. A great piece of advice I'd give to students is to get out into the schools, get to know your schools that are around your local area, get to know the teachers, the principals, the students, because when it comes time that you need to apply for positions, us as principals, we need to know who is at the other end of that application When we get 50 or 60 applications for a position, it's very hard to try and identify the best applicant. So if we know who you are, it certainly helps you get a foot in the door.